Assalamualaikum. So today we would like to present our ACC 407 presentation regarding our selected business. Before we begin our presentation for today, I would like to introduce our group members. My name is Muhammad Irfan. We have AMMAR HUSNI. The third one is ZULL AMIRUL. The fourth one is AHMAD bin ROSAHARUDIN. And the fifth one is MOHAMAD ARAFAT. So without wasting our time, let's begin our presentation. The name of our selected business is Suci Dobi. To be reminded that Suci Dobi and normal laundry bar operates in different way. For example, a normal laundry bar operates by themselves, which means that the customer needs to come to the store and do all their work by themselves, which include putting their clothes into the washing machine and into the dryer afterwards. Different than Suci Dobi. Suci Dobi has their workers to do all the customer work. The customer just need to come to the store and drop all the stuff, and the staff or workers will do all the work for the customer. The customer just need to wait for the completion time. I also want to include that Suci Dobi provides several kinds of services that usually don't be served at normal laundry bar, such as dry cleaning, rug cleaning, comforter cleaning, and normal wash. So as you can see that a normal laundry bar and Suci Dobi offers in different way. So don't need to be confused how Suci Dobi and normal laundry bar operates. The type of business for Suci Dobi is a sole proprietorship. As we all know, that sole proprietorship means that it is owned by a single person. So let's get to know the owner much better. The name of the owner for Suci Dobi is Nik Ahmad Safwan bin Nik Ahmad. He lived in Ceras, Selangor. After finishing his SPM, he went to Germany for 3 years to study computer language, and afterward he went back to Malaysia to get the diploma certificate in computer language at Binary College, and then he went to UIA Gombak to get his degree certificate in computer language for accounting. After finishing his study, he decided to work as a programmer in database for Holion Bank for almost a decade. But due to some internal problem, he decided to went separate way with his old work on 2016. On 2017, he decides to start his own business, which is the laundry bar. He used to own two separate stalls located at different locations. The first one is located at Bukit Ceras, and the second one is currently located at Alan Damai Ceras. With the starting capital for both stores is 70k. But on 2020, due to the pandemic, the first store need to be closed. But the second store located at Alan Damai Ceras is currently being operated until this day. That's all for the introduction for Suci Dobi. So next we will go through the background of the business presented by ZULL AMIRUL.
Next, we are going to look into the background of Suci Dobi's business, as in its history, the owner, its services, mode of business, and what it means to build a sole proprietorship business. So let's start things off with the history of the business. The business was established by Mr. Nik Ahmad Safwan, and until now, he is currently the one and only sole owner of Suci Dobi business. We also know from previous slides that Mr. Nik Ahmad Safwan is a person with qualifications and has an abundance of experience and knowledge in accounting, programming, and handling business. As you can see from this slide, we can see that Suci Dobi provides a multitude of services that are entirely handled by workers, especially in cleaning services such as dry cleaning, hand wash clothes, rug cleaning, and more. In this way, the customers only need to leave their clothes and stuff to clean at the Dobi and come pick them up later after the cleaning process is done. Because the Dobi is a type of business where people deal with each other face to face or through physical means, then this business must also be conducted physically so that there is no miscommunication or mishap happens to the customer's clothes and other stuff. The Dobi is located at number 15 Jalan Damai Raya, Alam Damai, 56000, Kuala Lumpur. The Dobi is located at a place where many people are present. This way, the business can flourish as there are plenty of customers that may want to use the services the business offers. Suci Dobi as a sole proprietorship business. What does it mean by that? What is sole proprietorship? Simply said, it is a type of business that is managed, handled, and owned by only one person, and in this case, that one person is Mr. Nick Akmal Safwan. That is also why the business capital is fully funded by the owner himself. This is because the capital will then be easier to be handled, managed, as they are all from Mr. Nick himself. This is also because of the sole proprietorship business. You can also take note that the business was established under the CCC Act 1956. For profit and loss of the business, Mr. Nick will receive the profits, gain, and suffer the losses incurred from the business on his own. As for the management of the business, everything is under Mr. Nick himself. He can do the decision for the business that fits it best, and the business will move forward according to him only. Finally, there is no other partners or shareholders for this business, as this is, like it said, a sole proprietorship business.
But in this part, I will explain about classification of asset, involve current asset and non-current asset, expenses, liabilities that is separate by two, that is non-current liability and current liabilities, and lastly the revenue. Firstly, I want to talk about the current asset of Suci Dobi business. Before that, what does current asset mean? Current asset are assets that are either cash or can be converted into cash within 1 year. In Suci Dobi case, Suci Dobi current asset are Suci Dobi bank that amount to 75,000 ringgit. This current asset can be used as funding for growth, such as business expansion or investment in long-term of asset. If Mr. Ni Ahmad Safwan want to buy another washing machine, for example, he can use the Suci Dobi banks to buy the machines and make more profit with it. Next, I will talk about non-current asset of Suci Dobi, which are 5 washing machine, 3 dryers, and 2 dry cleaning machine that cost around 100,000 ringgit. What are non-current assets? Non-current assets mean assets that have useful life of more than 1 year and bought not for resale but used for operation of business. For example, Mr. Ni Ahmad Safwan buy washing machine, dryers and dry cleaning machine just for making more profit from it and not reselling it for more cash in between 2 years. Meanwhile, expenses are the cost of asset consumed or service used in the process of earning income. Suci Dobi expenses are categorized as: first, the expenses are the salaries of 2 workers that cost around 3,400 ringgit per month, because these workers are responsible for taking care of business to operate smoothly. Second, the expenses cost around 1,400 ringgit per month. That is consists of 700 ringgit for utility bills, 300 ringgit for Shabas bills, 300 ringgit for TMB bills, and 100 ringgit for Unify bills. For raw material, it costs only 700 ringgit per month. And for listings, Mr. Ni Ahmad Safwan spent around 310 ringgit for business listings, signboard listing for 150 ringgit, measuring listing for 75 ringgit, and RM and 160 ringgit for fire extinguisher listings. All these listings are yearly basis and paid once in a year. Mr. Ni Ahmad Safwan also use 5,000 ringgit for maintenance every year. In terms of non-current liabilities, Suci Dobi have no non-current liabilities at the moment. Non-current liabilities mean the amount owed by the business that are repaid between 1 year. For instance, long-term loan. Suci Dobi have current liabilities that is store rental 2,800 ringgit for 2 months and RM 700 ringgit per month to account payable Mengpeng Sdn Bhd for raw material every month. Current liabilities mean amount owed by the business that are to be paid within 1 year. Lastly, moving on the revenue, Suci Dobi received revenue from sales around 1,800 ringgit a month. Revenue refers for total income generated by a company from its primary business activity, typically from sale of goods or service to customer.
Suci Dobi has been using the accurate basis of accounting, ensuring that revenues and expenses are recorded when they are earned or incurred. In this aspect, we'll explore their methods of record keeping, transaction recording, cash flow tracking, accounting responsibilities, and accuracy measures. Now, how does Suci Dobi carry out the recording process in order to produce a well-structured and complete financial statement? Here are some of the crucial steps practiced by this business. Firstly, let's discuss the record-keeping system. Suci Dobi maintains a record-keeping system both digitally and manually, or more specifically, hybrid system. This involves physical documents like ledgers and receipts by utilizing tools like physical notebooks. Digitally, they use Microsoft Excel for record-keeping. This dual approach is more efficient as it is flexible to use the best of two methods, and this ensures that their records are well preserved and accessible at any time. Next, we look at how daily financial transactions are recorded. This business keeps the receipt and makes proper filing on a daily basis. Additionally, they create a separate record to safeguard against the possibility of lost receipts. This practice ensures that every transaction is accounted for even if receipts go missing. As an efficient growing business, it is important to consider cash flow management. Suci Dobi tracks all cash flow by recording it in a physical notebook. The owner highlighted that this is crucial for the yearly audit, which is performed by the owner himself. Maintaining a physical notebook helps in ensuring that all financial movements are documented for future reference, thus improving the quality and completeness of the financial report. Now, moving on to the accounting process. It is important for us to know who are in charge in the accounting process in Suci Dobi. Well, the owner, Mr. Nick, stated that either him or the staff will handle it based on their accounting knowledge, where they prioritize recording all relevant details accurately. This hands-on approach allows them to directly oversee the accuracy of their financial record, thus improving the decision-making for future growth of the business. Finally, we'll address the measures taken to ensure accuracy of the financial records in Suci Dobi. In this aspect, we'll focus on how the owner ensures that there are no errors and that every record is accurate. One of the steps to maintain the accuracy of the business's financial record is based on the receipts information written in the physical notebook. If an error is identified, the staff reconfirm with the customer regarding their orders. This verification step is crucial for maintaining the integrity of their financial records. In conclusion, Suci Dobi demonstrates a comprehensive approach to financial record keeping. They use both digital and manual systems, maintain detailed daily transaction records, track cash flow diligently, handle accounting internally, and have a robust error checking process. These practices help ensure the accuracy and reliability of their financial reports.
Hi, now I want to talk about the strength of Suci Dobi business. There are three strengths that I wrote down here. There is help in decision making, financial control, and compliance. Okay, help in decision making. By having a proper records, it will help the owner making decision that benefits his store. As we know, Suci Dobi's recording process focus on record keeping method, transaction recording, cash flow tracking, accounting responsibilities, and accuracy measures. In addition, a good decision making in financial reports will reflect the company financial growth. All the financial reports, which are balance sheet, income statements, and cash flow statements, are important in decision making process to assess the company's performance. The next one is financial control. By having a record filing, by having a proper record filing, it helps the owner managing the budgets for any revenue and expenses efficiently. To illustrate, accountant can identify financial risks and provide insights on managing these risks, so that the financial implications of various business decisions can be managed in an efficient way. And the last one is compliance. Keeping accurate records is important to make sure everything follows accounting standards and regulations, which is crucial for legal and financial reporting. These standards provide guidelines on how financial transactions should be recorded and reported, ensuring consistency and comparability of financial information business. Weakness of Suci Dobi business. The first one is prone to error. Using notebook or any digital gadgets also means all the data will be written by human. Thus, the possibility of errors are most likely during the writing process. As example, mistakes can occur when entering incorrect financial information, misinterpret financial data or accounting standards, and inaccuracies in calculations. For improvement, to overcome this, Suci Dobi can apply integrated system in their cash register so that the data collected is more accurate as factors like human error can be denied. And the second one is time consuming. Writing data take longer time for completion compared to digital key since it uses energy of human to complete it. Entering large volume of data manually is time intensive and prone to errors, so that accountants need to require a very careful review. And the last one is safeness. The missing of the notebook that used for recording transaction can make past transaction retrieval become more difficult, and the chance of missing all the past transaction is very high. In addition, all the missing crucial data will affect the business in future. The accountants may be hard to solve some problems according to missed data.